evening, everyone. Welcome to the Random Encounters Guild and our Sunday night game. Sorry, we've been a little absent um, from the stream the last couple of weeks. There's been some family shenanigans. I had a wedding in Nashville last Sunday and kept me out of the GM seat for the week, and we've just had several scheduling conflicts. So things have been a little quiet here on the channel, but we're back. And tonight, what we're doing, we finished up our long running Dragonbane story. And we were wanting to jump into something new, and Kevin and I have been working on a new game, a new system. We've been the working title on it is Chain Theory, and we've run a playtest, a private playtest, and we're running it at Gen Con. Kevin's going to run at least 3 games of it at Gen Con. And hopefully I'm going to make it to Dragon Con and I'll run playtests of it at Dragon Con. But the idea for this is we're going to run a long-term campaign, and as changes come up, as we notice things that need to be revised or tweaked, we'll do that in the 2 weeks between sessions, and it will be in place the next time we play. So this is meant to be kind of a long term. We're going to really stress test it. As you can tell, we're a couple of players short this evening. Kevin and Jeff both have family commitments that took them away from the game this evening. However, we have 100% more Tim in the mix. While this is his first time on stream, he is one of the original members of the guild. He's been with us since the very beginning. He took a break from gaming for a bit, and now he is back because he wanted to check out Chain Theory and see what's going on. But what we're doing with this is I'm taking a Dungeon Crawl Classics funnel, simply because we have run 2 campaigns of Dungeon Crawl Classics and we've always loved it. We've always had a great time with it. The stories are crazy and fun and wild and gonzo, and we've always had a real good time with it. So I am taking a Dungeon Crawl Classics funnel, which Chain Theory will not have funnels, but we're doing Dungeon Crawl Classics, so I had to do a funnel. So we're taking a DCC funnel and going to use the story of it, but the mechanics of Chain Theory. We're gonna use some DCC stuff just to make the funnel more accessible, but in the actual Chain Theory game, there won't be a funnel. There won't be the classes and occupations. All of that won't be in it. That's not what it's meant to do. I guess before I get in depth on Chain Theory, everybody, the 3 of you, run around and introduce yourselves, say hello, and we'll start with Jonathan.
All right, I'll go first. My name is Jonathan. I exist nowhere on the web except here whenever I play. Please remember to hydrate your fish. Next up, Dan.
Hello, I'm Dan, sometimes known as Commander Dan. Longtime friend of Scott, longtime friend of Tim, short-time friend of Jonathan. Wait, Jonathan, am I a friend?
Yeah, I guess we can be friends.
Okay. Occasionally try to gather enough people to run a pirate board game or a Star Trek Adventures game. Big time Star Trek fan. You'll find me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, even YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Yeah, Commander 1701 Dan. Let's go over to Timbo.
Hi, I am Tim, longtime member of the guild. uncle to Mr. Not on the Web Anywhere, Jonathan. And I am, if you find a Tim the Toolman or Tim the Toolman 71 at most places, it's usually me. There you go.
And as we've said, we're when we talk about longtime members of the guild, we run a Discord server called Random Encounters Guild, and we run all kinds of different games. We like to jump from system to system with new players and new GMs. Players who want to try being a GM are welcome. It's just a welcoming community, and you can always find a game, barring the usual scheduling conflicts that always come up. But I just posted a link in the chat. You all are welcome to join us there if you're interested in role playing games. If nothing else, it's a good community of people we have daily talks about everything and everything under the sun. So to get this started, Chain Theory is a game that is meant to be, the concept of it is to make it as simple as possible. It's a system agnostic game, so it can be, the rule set can be used in fantasy and sci-fi, cyberpunk, horror, modern, whatever you want to. It's meant to be a mechanic that you can use in whatever story you want to tell. We use the weird dice that are used in Dungeon Crawl Classics, things like a D3, a D5, a D7, D14, 16, 24, 30. And what happens is, as you level up in a stat, you go up a die size. That's how you level up. Instead of gaining new skills or whatever, you bump up a die size in your brawn, let's say. And that gives you more of a chance of success. Under each stat, there's 3 subheadings, and my players here will see there's 5 dots next to each one. If you roll a 1, if you roll that skill and roll a 1 or a whatever your max is, say you're rolling a D6, if you roll a 1 or a 6, you get to mark off one of those circles. And once you've filled up those circles, that skill goes up a die. And once you've filled up all 3 of those circles, the main skill goes up a die. Everything is opposed rolls. Instead of me setting a number for you that you have to hit, you will be rolling against me. We will roll the same die, and highest roll wins. A last minute addition that I in my evil GM mind came up with. We were doing some brainstorming last week, and something I came up with, instead of in DCC you can burn luck. We don't have luck in this game, but
damn it,
if you really need something to succeed, if you're in dire straits and something has to go through, you can burn one of your skill points, one of the marks that you've checked off. You can burn one of those to go up 2 die sizes for 1 roll. So like if your die is a D6, you can burn one of those check marks and go up to a D8. If your die is a D8, you can burn one and go up to a D12 for that 1 roll if you really need it. but that slows down your level up. That keeps you from advancing to the next stage. But it's an option. If you really need to make it happen, then it's there for you to make it happen. That's really the basics of the game. Like I said, everything is opposed rolls. You and I will be rolling against each other, and high roll wins. Attacks are the same. You will roll if you're doing melee, you will roll your. I think there's a melee attack on the character sheet under brawn, and then under range there should be a ranged attack under brisk. You will roll that, and I will roll the same die. And if you get the higher roll, you hit, and the damage goes through. And then I will roll my backbone, which is my, for lack of a better term, it's my armor. And if whatever I roll on backbone, I soak that damage instead of taking that damage. I soak it, and then I take whatever's left. Okay, so if everyone has their character sheets out, we can. This may be a little confusing to anybody watching. Let me go to the map screen just so it's there, so we can share the tables and everything. What the actual mechanic of chain theory for character creation, our main goal with this game was character creation be 5 minutes. You get your character, you put your stats in place, you're ready to go in 5 minutes. If we were just starting a normal game, you would have a D6, a D8, and a D10. And you would put that in, you would decide, do you want to put it in brawn, brisk, or what's
brains.
the other one? Brains.
Brawn, brisk, brains, backbone.
So you can decide what you want to do. If you want to be a strength-based, brawler type, you would put your D10 in brawn. If you want to be a magic user, kind of wizardy, smart guy, you'd obviously put your D10 in brains. If you want to be stealthy, thief, roguelike, you're going to put it in brisk. However, what we're doing here is a funnel. And my idea for running this funnel is you will just have a D6 in all three to start out with. I thought about just dropping everything down. I tell you what, I'll give you one D8, and then the other two are D6s. You can put the D8 wherever you want. We're not going to do any kind of a random thing like with DCC where it just automatically generates it. I'm going to let you decide what you've got 4 characters. So put a D8 in each one, and then a D6 in the other 2 on all 4 of them.
And for backbone, since none of us have armor, it would be a D6, correct?
At the moment, yes.
Cool.
Okay.
And you did mention that there were 5 circles on our character sheet right now. We do have 7.
Okay, yeah, it's 7. Sorry, it's 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For backbone, there's only, you said a D6 for backbone. There's only see 5 circles.
Yeah, we dropped the backbone, but the die you put in backbone is a 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pulling up our Notion here so I can actually go through it. So if you've got your 4 characters, if you've got your stats done, your hit points are your like whatever you've got in brawn. Like if you put the D6 in brawn or the D8 in brawn, you've got an 8 and then plus a D6. So you would just roll a D6 and add that to the max number of your brawn.
So
Hang
if you had a
on. I'm sorry.
D6 in brawn, you'd have 6 plus
So
a D6.
6 plus roll a D6 and add that to 6.
Okay.
And that's what your hit points are.
I'm sorry. My apologies. Go review that again real quick.
Your hit points. Have you got all 4 of your characters' stats in place?
No.
What have
Okay.
you been
So
The
you've
dice,
got a
you haven't got all the
D8
dice
for
yet?
each of them, and then the rest of the stats are D6.
Right.
You can put them wherever you want.
I got you. A D6, a D8. Yeah, 1 D8 for one. Okay.
1 D8 for each of them.
Yeah, I kind of have to think about this. Brisk brains. Okay. 8.
People's lives are at stake, Scott. This is not an easy decision.
Yeah, that's D6. Okay.
Nah, it's DCC.
I
It
wanted
doesn't
to.
matter.
I've been thinking for 2 weeks of how we could just make it random,
D6.
how we could random roll it,
D6.
but I couldn't come up with an easy way to do it. You know, it's easy in Fantasy Grounds with DCC. You
Oh.
just
Yeah.
hit a button and it just boom. It
What-
it does it.
What exactly is
Sweet.
brisk? How would you define brisk? Brawn,
Agility.
brains, I get back. Okay.
Brisk is agility. Yes, we
okay.
were trying to not use the standardized terms that
No,
that's
everybody
cool. I'm
uses.
just-
Staying with the bees.
No. I'm just
And
making sure
I
understand.
got hooked on the BR
That
concept
alliteration.
and went with it.
Okay, so we're saying
Nice.
D6. Okay, I got you. All right. Hang on, I got one more to do here. Brawn. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. D6. Okay.
Now, because this is a
Ooh.
playtest, you're giving us a bonus of 5 hit points, right?
No,
I
I'm
just had
giving
a
you your
guy-
brawn plus a D6 roll.
So whatever our brawn is,
Like if you put a D6 in brawn, it'll be 6 plus a D6 roll. If you
Got
roll a 1, you've got 7 hit points.
oh my god, which is what just happened for one of my characters. Yeah.
Remember, this is a funnel. Technically, Kevin doesn't even know about this D6 thing. I added that just so characters would be a little bit
Wow.
more survivable. We haven't discussed that. I just thought it was a good idea.
I like it.
What kind of
That's
That's
business
more hit
partner
points than
are
I've
you?
ever had in a DCC funnel.
Because that's what I was thinking. Is I've been on the
8.
that
Holy cow.
weird
Okay.
Frontiers funnel we played. I've been on the
Oh.
receiving end of having 4 characters with 2 hit points each, and it's like, no, that's no fun. That
Right.
that
I
wasn't
can't
that
survive
great
with
of a
one
time.
for a long
so.
time.
I promise I'm not cheating, but I do have 2 characters that have 14 hit points, which I
What?
recognize as the maximum. I
The
rolled
I have
highest-
six
one
dice.
with 14.
If that's
They
what you
both-
rolled, that's what you rolled.
I have one with 12, which is the highest. Yeah. Out of all, hang on, I'm thinking.
On
about
my
this.
honor
1,
as a tuba player.
2.
Never trust a tuba player.
I'm naming these characters after dead characters from previous games. That's very unoriginal, I know, but 2 of them are from DCC games.
My character's named after barnyard animals.
It seems reasonable.
Lemuel, Chacon, Donkey, and Cowl.
Nice.
I have one of these. No, 2 of these didn't die. So I've got Zahn, Balot, Grawl, and Bill as in. Does anyone want to guess?
That great American astronaut that's not an astronaut.
That's the guy. Oh, Tim, this is why I'm glad you're back.
Oh, there they are. All right. So if everybody does everybody have their skills and And so
Hang on.
if you notice the 3 subheadings underneath each skill, right now they will all be whatever the main attribute is. So if you've got a D6 and brawn, the 3 things under brawn are D6s as well.
Gotcha.
And the 3 things under brisk are whatever you put in brisk.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you.
We're trying to give it some. Kevin wanted more crunch. Kevin and I have been in a pretty much endless tug of war. I want 0 crunch, and he wants a little bit of crunch. So that was his crunch addition, is adding the 3 subcategories and being able to level them up individually. But then once the 3 of them have leveled up, you can level up your main attribute. So if everybody's got that done, you've got your hit points, your attributes are done.
I think so.
If you want to,
There's a section for armor on the character sheet. I don't.
yeah, this is a funnel. You don't have no armor.
Okay.
You're poor.
Yeah, there
I'm
it
just-
is.
I'm
I
just
just
asking.
shared with you the table for occupations. As I said, this is not a thing for chain theory. This is not something that will be in the final game. This is just for this DCC funnel that we're running. Because in this adventure we're playing, your occupation matters, and I want it to be random. So I just shared that table with you. You can click on the die and roll, and it will give you an occupation for each of your characters.
It's not showing, Scott.
I'm sorry. Where's the table in Fantasy Grounds in Discord?
In
Fantasy
Fantasy
Grounds, but
Grounds.
it's not
Oh, no, hold on. I'm sharing just one thing at a time instead of the whole. Maybe I can't share it. Look on the right side of your screen in Fantasy Grounds, down on the menu under character. Do you have a heading for character?
Yes.
I know we do somewhere. yeah.
Occupations.
Yeah, the occupations tab. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, nothing pulls up.
Nothing's coming up whenever I do that.
Nothing. All or
Yeah.
undead.
Don't
We gotta
forget,
go in
this
and
is
add the
this is a new
library.
system, so you've got to go up at the top in library, go to modules,
Oh,
and
yeah.
load the DCC rule set.
Activation. Yeah.
On it.
Activation.
Okay.
Wait, Dungeon Crawl Classics roleplay. Yeah, load. Okay.
Sorry, it's
Look at that.
everybody watching. It has been a minute since we've run Fantasy Grounds. We've been using other stuff for a long time. So while this used to be our standard and we knew it inside out, we're a little rusty. So bear with us.
Hang on. I thought I loaded it. I still don't see it. Let me make sure I really loaded what I was supposed to. Dungeon Crawl Classics activation. Oh, occupations. I got you. I see it. Okay.
And so now you can.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't have a die roller. Oh, that's just a list of the. Okay, so I need to find.
Ooh. Okay.
How many are there?
There's not
Table
a table for it.
1/3 occupation. Roll. All right, water skin.
Where'd you find that?
Oh,
I had to
Table
search in
3-4.
tables, and then I
Gotcha.
searched occupation, and then it's got the ability to.
Tables.
See, I searched occupation and nothing came up.
wait.
Do you
Where's-
search in tables?
There's tables.
Yeah.
So we're rolling for
make sure that you-
occupations.
Yeah, make sure you
Not-
search in the group DCC, and it's table 1.1-3.
Ah, there it is.
Oh goodness. Okay.
So would this be our
All right,
look?
how about that? Did that show
Yeah.
up on everybody's screen?
Yeah.
Hey,
It
yeah,
did on
there it
mine.
is.
Yes.
Okay.
So where would this go on our character sheet? Would this be look?
You
Or
could
just
just
for now.
yeah, you just write just punch it in somewhere just so it's visible where you can see it for each one. But yeah, just go ahead and roll 4 and whatever comes up, just throw it in there for each
Okay.
one.
Do we need
So
to pay
can we
attention
at
to what we
least-
have? What kind of weapons and things, or
Yeah, make note of that. Because that's another part of this. You'll need that stuff as well.
All right. So if we're rolling randomly, can I at least, because I have names on these characters, can I at least assign each role to whom I want it to go to?
Sure.
That was wait. Oh no. That's don't. That was equipment.
You're on the wrong table.
no? You are a miller or a baker. And
Oh, yeah, it
your
rolls both.
equipment is
Yeah.
1 vial of holy water.
It's wait. Where are you getting that? Where do you see? Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got to back
Yeah.
up.
So your occupation is miller baker. You have a club. You have a pound of flour and 1 vial
I gotcha.
of holy water.
Where do we put our equipment?
Just somewhere on the table on your character sheet
Gotcha.
is where I'm putting it.
Okay.
I ran out of paper, so I couldn't print it out. So I'm having to type everything in.
Trained weapons. So
Figure that
club, flour. One very specifically 1 pound of flour.
Make sure you include it as 1 pound, and when you use it, make sure that you know how much you're using. That'll come in really
And-
important in this.
Holy water, 1 vial. What constitutes a vial? I don't know what you say. All right. There's 1 character. Done. Doing the next.
Oh, 50 foot of rope. Look at that.
We're gonna live.
We're gonna make it, boys.
Farmer. Who do I want that to be? Okay. Yeah. All right. Farmer. Pitchfork. Wait, pitchfork used as a spear. Okay. Great. Trade. A hen? There's 2 asterisks there. I wonder what the asterisks mean.
It means you go to your DCC handbook and look up what those asterisks mean.
Wait, turnip. Farmer type. Wow, how specific.
You're a turnip farmer.
And that's okay. So that's
I got
all right.
hunter back to back. Nice.
2 more to go.
Where's my?
A squire. We'll make that okay. Trained weapon, a long sword. That's cool. A steel.
You don't. Hey,
helmet.
wait. You don't have a long sword. You are trained in a long sword.
Oh, gotcha.
So I don't have a short bow. That stinks.
Oh.
Wait
Does
a
my
minute.
farmer-
Wait a minute.
Does my farmer have a pitchfork? And my baker have a club?
Oh yeah. So yeah, you've got those. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, flint and steel. Okay. Hey, we'll be able to start a fire.
I have a candle.
All right, 1 more to go. Here we go.
I can let it burn at both ends.
Oh, this is. Wait. No. Yeah, that's me. An outlaw.
All right. So while Dan is wrapping up, Jonathan, introduce us to your 4 characters.
All right. We have Lemuel. Lemuel is a dwarven herder. He has a staff, he has a pig, and a water skin. So he is set for this adventure. We also have the Donkey, spelled like Don Quixote, but just Donkey. He is an elven navigator. He has a short bow, a deer pelt, and a candle. Then we have Cowl. Cowl is an indentured servant who has a staff, a locket, and 10 foot of chain. That's new. And then we have my favorite, Chacon. Chacon is a confidence artist. I have no idea what that means.
You're a con man.
Oh, is that what con stands for?
Yes.
I
My
never,
gosh.
I didn't know that.
Child.
Listen, I am not ashamed when I don't know things. All right.
Yes, that's what a con man is a confidence artist. Yes.
Well, then it makes sense why he has a dagger and a cloak and some rope. That makes some more sense now.
Tim, are you set up?
Yep, just typed in the last thing.
All right.
All right. We have Riley, who is a hunter. He has a short bow, a deer pelt, and a piece of chalk to mark his trail.
Nice.
Then we have Willem, who is also a hunter with a short bow, deer pelt, and a candle. And then there is Gerard. Now, Gerard is... why is it not showing everything? Gerard is a healer, and he has a club or staff, and some holy water and a flask of oil. And then there is Rupert. Rupert is a cheese maker. He also has a cudgel and staff. But his stealth is going to be really bad because he has some stinky cheese and then an empty flask that who knows what is going to end up in there. Something to make cheese out of, I'm sure.
All right, Dan, are you
All right.
squared away?
So I've got, I'm sorry, my names are so unoriginal, but yeah, here we go. So I got Zahn, who is a squire with a long sword, excuse me. He's got a steel helmet, flint and steel. There's Balak, who's a turnip farmer who has a pitchfork and a hen, you know. Grawl, who is an outlaw with a short sword. He has leather armor. He also has flint and steel. And then there's Bill, who's a baker. He's got a club, a pound of flour, and, you know, a vial of holy water just in case.
Can I ask a question?
You just did.
Why would you not have Bill as Billy the Squire?
I don't know. Those are just who I don't know.
I don't think he got that.
And I mean, it's right there in front of you.
Billy
I mean,
Squire.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, your background, you know, come on.
No, I'm running with what I got.
So everybody is human except for the one dwarf that Jonathan has?
So
Wait,
I do have an elven navigator.
Okay.
I'm assuming in DCC that means that they're elven, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's an elf.
Yeah.
I know what I would have liked some of my characters to be, but in terms of what I rolled, yeah, I don't.
That would
all
have
of mine
come
are
up in
human.
your occupation.
Yeah.
I don't.
What you
they're
got
all,
in your occupation role is what you are.
They're all, nothing specified anything other than.
Yeah, if it doesn't say elf, halfling, or dwarf, you're just a human.
Yeah.
Just a human.
So Jonathan got a dwarf and an elf, and everybody else is human.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
I'm scrolling back and double checking to make sure I didn't miss something, but I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. Outlaw, Squire,
Billy.
Tell you what. All right, here's what we're going to do. Jonathan. On your elf.
Miller Baker. Okay.
What die did you put under Brisk?
A D6.
Make it a D7.
All right.
Racial qualities.
What die did you put on Brisk for the dwarf?
D8.
Make it a D7.
Okay. I see what you're doing.
He's being racist. That's what he's being. Our poor humans get nothing.
These are the things you can't say on stream, Uncle Tim.
Oh,
Yeah. That's not something that Twitch likes to see.
cut the mic. Cut the mic.
All right. So, with all that being said, we can begin our tale.
Let's funnel this.
Kevin and Jeff and I will deal with their 4 characters at a later date. Hopefully, it won't be during game time on stream.
I'll get them set up with them beforehand.
I'll look up with them. It's just a matter of, it doesn't even have to be on a video chat. It's just walking them through what I did here. But so all of your characters have grown up on an isolated island called Alviz. You've always wondered what was out there, what if there was something else for you, if you were meant to be stuck on this island and be a turnip farmer or whatever else mundane job it is you have. You've always wondered if there was something else for you.
Hey,
Now,
turnips are important.
why there's a random elf and a random dwarf on this island, I'm not 100% sure of, but about a year ago, a ship pulled into the dock. A ship called the Star of Nostro. And it was captained by Christine de Caradel. And she was recruiting people to come work in the mines in the coastal town of Lys, and promised great riches, and she would only take a handful of people, and she would bring them to across the sea, and they would make their fortune working in the mines. And people clamored, like everybody wanted to go, and it got to the point where there has to be a lottery. And so every so often, the Star of Nostro pulls into port, and your island has a lottery, and a handful of individuals are chosen to board the ship and head across the sea. And once those individuals are chosen, there's a huge celebration. There's a big dinner. All of the crew of the ship are involved in the dinner, and everybody from all over the island comes, and there's this big celebration. And then the next morning, everybody boards the ship and makes their way. And over the course of the year, people have come back as the ship has come back to port. You've seen people that friends that you've had, come back with a bag full of gold pieces and talking about how fantastic it is. It's hard work, but here's this bag of gold. Like I get paid. We're making all this money. And so everybody wants to go. It is the time of the phase, I guess, where the ship has arrived. The Star of Nostro has pulled into port once again. The island of Alvis has their lottery, and each of you, among several others, are drawn in the lottery, and you're going to go across the sea and make your fortune.
Woo!
Yes.
We're going
There's
on an
a-
adventure.
There's a huge dinner. Like I said, there's a big celebration. The Ewoks show up. It's a party. They play their weird song and beat on stormtrooper helmets. But you all have there's a massive celebration. You all eat and drink and be merry. And the next morning, you board the Star of Nostro and set sail on the seas.
Let's sing some sea shanties.
Part of the when you're brought on board, the captain is standing there with a couple of crew members, and she requires that you turn over all your weapons and possessions that you have. That's the deal. That's the standard deal. Is you have to, it goes into the lockers, and it'll be given to you when you reach the shore.
Seems like a framing device, but I'll go along with it.
Bill is reluctant to give up his pound of flour, and Balok's reluctant to give up his hen.
You can stay behind if you would like.
Well, Balok will ask, what's going to happen with my hen?
It will be taken care of. There's livestock on the boat. Like there's pens and livestock. The hen will be taken care of.
Lemuel, Donkey, Cowell, and Chacon all give up their things.
You see Riley and Willem look at each other as they're holding their bow, and they reach into their pack and they pull out this well-used oilcloth, and they've taken it, wrapped their bow, and carefully prepared it for transport and pass it over with obvious reluctance. And Gerard, with his staff, he's like, "You wouldn't take a staff from an old man, would you?" And Rupert's just
afraid, number one, you're not that old, and number two, yes, I would.
And Rupert's just like, "Oh, yeah, sure, okay. Can I keep my stinking cheese?"
No, that will go into the kitchens. That will be consumed by the crew.
You wouldn't take a man's stinking cheese, would you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll give up. My guys will give up their stuff too. But Balok's like, man, if something happens to Fluffy here, it's not going to be pretty.
Before we move forward, something I forgot that is it's not critical to this story, but it's one of the fun things that DCC throws in. Give me a D12 roll.
Let me find a D12, but yeah. Oh, well, yeah, we can do that the old-fashioned way. Oops.
Jonathan, your characters... Your characters have been told that a red sky at night means good weather, and conversely, a red sky in the morning indicates an impending storm. Your four characters have this belief that red sky at night is good weather, but a red sky in the morning is bad weather. Dan got a 6.
Sailors take warning.
Yep.
Your characters have been told that the gods reward those who tattoo their bodies at sea. Different symbols offer different types of protection.
Okay.
Tim, what did you get?
I got a 9.
Your characters believe dolphins swimming alongside a ship are a sign of good luck.
Oh yeah, I'm down with that.
I don't want to take up too much time, but this next one probably needs to be done individually for your 4 characters. So if you don't mind, just bear with me. Jonathan, give me 4 D14s. So you'll hit the plus 1D and hit the D12. And it'll give you a D14.
Oh, hold on. I did that wrong. Plus 1D. Gotcha.
Plus 1D and then roll a D12. That'll give you a D14.
All right.
All right.
7.
For that one, your first character, you have a personality trait of intuitive. Knows the background and benefit of any tattoo they see on a sailor.
Okay.
Another D14. Same thing again. This character is claustrophobic. Panics in cramped spaces or compartments.
Checks out.
Yep.
It's priceless. This character, which character is this?
This is Cowl, the indentured servant.
Is it the dwarf?
No. I can make it the dwarf.
This one needs to be the dwarf.
All right. The con artist is going to get the tattoo one. That kind of makes sense.
That's fine. The dwarf is afraid of open water.
Nice. Me too.
Nervous.
Baby.
He's nervous when traveling over large bodies of water.
Me too.
And one more D14.
Is that right?
And
Okay.
8. This character is a living barometer, can accurately predict when a storm is coming, usually through complaints about pain in their joints.
Yep.
I know them feels. Dan, go ahead and give me a D14. As I said, it's a plus 1 die and then roll the D12.
Oops. Hang on.
Or
I
it's
forgot.
just a D14.
I gotta.
All right, well, yeah. If you've got a physical D14, roll that.
I should, but I'll roll it virtually.
This is you are a. I guess this is a deity at DCC, but it's a Pelagia devotee. Obsessive need to throw any treasure or items of value overboard into the sea as offerings to reverse bad fortune.
Okay,
I
I hear you. I'm trying to figure out how to write all that out. Throw
away treasure.
treasure. Well, to avoid bad fortune, right?
Yes.
Get
Or
gold
reverse bad
wet.
fortune.
You've already got
reverse.
the bad fortune. You're trying to get away from it.
Okay, I got you. All right.
Gold go blub blub blub.
Plus 1. Boom. Oh,
Too late,
Yeah.
Kevin. Dan's stowing it all away. You better show up next time. And 11. Paranoid, convinced a party member is the source of bad luck, randomly assigns one of the PCs the title of Jonah, a person bringing bad luck to the boat. This character will not cooperate with the PC they are convinced is the Jonah.
Hey, it's got to be the guy throwing the treasure over.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm giving that to Bill. Bill, let's go into Bill. Paranoid. Okay, Jonah.
He can't work. He can't work with the guy throwing the treasure overboard.
All right, next guy.
These are great. 5, you have a fear of heights. Resist climbing into rigging or higher than 5 feet from a base.
Hang on. Fear of heights. And what was the limit? I'm sorry.
5 feet above a base. Resist climbing the rigging or 5 feet up.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And one more to go.
18.
Well,
How did you roll
12.
an 18 on a D4? Oh,
12.
12.
It says 12 in the box.
Nervous whistler. PC begins whistling when scared.
Ah! Got it.
Every
Right,
time the other
Tim.
character throws treasure over. All right. I got a 1.
Afraid of the dark. Panics in areas with low light sources.
That's going to Rupert, the cheese maker. You said panics in low light?
Yep.
All right. The next one is a 3.
Afraid of open water. Nervous when traveling over large bodies of water.
That's going to Gerard. And an 8.
Livy barometer can accurately predict when a storm is coming, usually through complaints about pain in their joints.
All right. Living barometer. And for the last one, I got another 8. Can I roll again?
Yeah.
That's a 3. Come on. Give me something new. Not a 1.
I'm just going to give you one. You trust me?
12. Yes. No, but yes.
I'm going to give you one because I want some of these to come out. We're doubling up on a few, but I want this one to be this one we can have fun with. You ready?
All right. I'm ready.
The loquacious mansplainer feels compelled to give their opinion on a matter, any matter, all the matters.
All righty.
I'm going to
Who is it?
save these others because maybe Jeff and Kevin will get some of them, but there's some really fun ones in here that we can have. a
Now,
good
hang
time
on. So, Tim and Jonathan, you guys both had a human barometer one, yes?
Yeah.
with. Yes.
I'll pick Tim. Tim, what was your character's name that was human barometer?
Willem,
Willem. That's going to be my Jonah. That's going
as
to be the
in Willem Dafoe.
Okay, which is
Willem.
funny because my Bill. That's going to be his Jonah, the one that he's paranoid of. Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
just etch Bill's name in an arrow whenever I get it back.
So everybody boards the ship. You turn over all your possessions. There's that. Like I said, there's crew members there. They pile them all up, and then you see them taking them down below decks. You set sail, and as you get out to sea, you lose sight of the island that you've known your entire life, and you're out on the open water. Let me speaking of that, let me get
So long. Thanks for all the fish.
Yep. There once was a ship that sailed to see the name of the ship.
get some
Okay.
ship sounds going here. You
Wait, some what
you're-
sounds?
say sounds. We're using Sirenscape for our music and audio effects. We really love using them, and it's a really cool program you can use for your games. The only people who aren't hearing these sounds are Tim, Dan, and Jonathan, but all of you and I get to hear them. It's fantastic. Right now
wait.
we're hearing a ship
I hear
busting through the
sounds.
waves.
Don't listen to those voices again, Dan. It didn't work
sorry.
out well the last time.
Yeah, I forgot. Tim told me about that. Okay, my bad.
All right, so once you get out to sea, the captain, once you've broken through and you're on calmer waters and making your way, sails are up, sun is shining. The captain suggests you break for a midday meal.
Uh-oh.
Everybody gets together, all of the crew and everybody that was drawn in the lottery. Everybody gets together and you eat, and there's mead that they give you. And
Stinky cheese.
we got
Rum?
yeah, there's stinky cheese to be had. There, somebody brought some on the ship, so there's
Rum?
plenty.
Grog at least.
But
said
so
mead, man.
you're
Yeah,
all
a lot.
sitting around the boat, and it's not like a big table, but you all get a bowl of some kind of stew, and you have a cup of this mead. And the camera pulls out as you guys are sitting around chatting and laughing and talking about how you're going to be rich, how your future is going to be amazing, everything's going to be great. And the camera fades to black. The camera pans around, and we see the sun and seagulls flying by, and it fades to black.
Was it a flock of seagulls?
No. We slowly the camera slowly fades back in, and what we see is through the eyes of one of your characters, and it's below decks. The sounds of the waves and the smell of salty air peels you away from the torpor of sleep. Fighting a headache and a stiff back, you open your eyes just wide enough to realize you've been chained to a pole deep in the hull of the sailing ship, the Star of Nostro.
What?
Your last memory was sharing a goodbye dinner, with your neighbors, the ship's captain, Christine de Caradel, her consort, the Hoot, and the ship's crew. You were all celebrating your last night on the island home before departing to seek a better life working in the copper mines of Lice, where the promise of wealth and opportunity awaited. And of course, what your last memory is this meal on the boat. After your eyes adjust to the dark, you realize you are bound to a wooden pole with two others, three to a pole, by a rusty chain shackled on your wrist. To add to your misery is the gagging odor of rot and dank earth. The source of the earthy smell is not obvious, but it's easy to spot what reeks of decay. Over half of the passengers, aspirational miners like yourself and similarly shackled, are starting to burst from the bloat of death.
No.
Suddenly, someone shrieks out in terror. Turning towards this noise, you see one of your shackled neighbors struggling against a small black dragon. With a quick snap of its jaws, the dragon completely severs the man's hand, ending his mining career in a single bite. As you struggle against your chains, several more of these vicious creatures approach.
We're gonna die.
And let me make sure. Okay, so for initiative, you're going to roll your brisk or your mobility, which at this point, your brisk and mobility are the same, but if there's a chance that your mobility could be higher at some point. So we made it to where it's one or the other.
Oh.
But so give me a brisk roll, and that will be our initiatives.
So do you want us to just pick one?
Yeah, one for each of your, one roll for all 4 characters.
Okay.
That's the way
just
we've
one?
always done funnels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I rolled
Brisk.
4. Can I choose the highest?
Sure.
Yeah, I was about to. Oh, there we go. So +1 and what? Hit a D6.
More than
Happen to
likely.
have- Okay, so
I'll go with the one that I have a D8 in. I'll re-roll.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Hang on.
there we go. That's even better.
So that's.
I got
so
a
bad.
6 as well.
Why did you roll a D7, Dan?
I rolled a D. Oh, I don't know where Dan did.
Oh, sorry. I don't. Yeah, sorry. No, it should have just been a standard D6. I think I had clicked from previously a +1. But that's a better roll than before.
All right.
It's a 6 for me too.
5. Hang on. We're rolling for each character, correct?
No, just one for all 4 of your
Oh,
characters.
okay, gotcha.
Oh, I don't want this pen. Why did I do that? So what did everybody get? Tim got a 6.
Correct.
I got a 6 as well.
I got a 5. Yeah.
Tim and Jonathan, I will just let you guys decide who wants to go first. Okay, so here we go. Our first combat here. Let me get some.
Our first random encounter. Oh, it's not random, I guess. Never mind.
Let me get some battle music going. And also, like, I know DCC usually uses maps, and we may use some maps in the future, but Chain Theory is meant to be more of a theater of the mind, role-playing type of game. It's not heavy, crunchy, like, tactics on a map. Kevin, I had them, I gave them 2 D6s and 1 D8 for each of their 4 characters, and they got to choose where to put those. And for the elf, their brisk went up a die, and for the dwarf, their brisk went down a die. As I decided to do that in the moment. And I also added, when we did hit points, if you remember, for a magic user, we did brains plus a d6. And so for hit points, I decided to do brawn plus a d6. So whatever your max brawn roll is, plus a d6 roll. I just thought it'd be better for the characters to be a little bit more survivable. I did not, however, add that to the notion. I just kind of came up with it on the spot. Okay. So what you can do here, as I said, everything in this game is opposed rolls. So you're all, not everybody is awake. And what I'm going to say here is, as we start this, you're going to have 3 of your characters. Not all 4. We're going to hold 1 in reserve because I guarantee you they're not all going to make it. So,
Well, that's nice to know.
pick 1 character you want to have still be asleep, and that will be your backup. But you'll have 3 that you're starting this story with. I'll leave it to you. You can roll a d4 and take that one, or you can make a decision which one you want to leave behind.
No,
You're already giving me a Sophie's choice between my 2 hunters.
I'm just sort of randomly picking one. Baylock is still asleep. The others are, yeah.
Okay. So Tim and Jonathan, your characters, like I said, you're chained to this mast. You're down in the this lower hull. It's not a place that you saw as you were brought onto the ship, but the shackles that are holding you are rusty. The chain is rusty. It's obviously been in use for a long time. Looks like you may be able to break it, if that's a thing you want to do. You can try to break the. You could try to pull the chain away from the pole with a brawn roll. Or if one of your characters is some kind of a roguish type character, may have some knowledge of locks, you can roll a brisk roll to try and get your hands out of the lock. But that's only if your occupation that you roll can explain that away. Otherwise, it's a brawn roll to just try and break the chains that are around your wrist, or pull them away from the wall or from the pole. What would you like to do? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'll go first. So the con artist, I think, would have an ability to brisk his way through this.
All right.
Con artist stands for confidence artist.
Correct.
I just wanted to show off some
So
of my knowledge that I have.
what die do you have in brisk?
He's got a D6 in brisk.
A D6. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. We're both going to roll D6. High
Yeah.
roll wins.
High roll wins.
What
Here
if-
we go.
You ready?
What if it's a tie?
3.
Nope.
Hmm.
You feel like you can get it. You're working on it, but you don't get it this round.
He didn't have enough confidence. That's
For
what.
future reference, what happens in the event of a tie roll?
The person with the highest die, the die, yeah, in this situation, I'm rolling the same die as you. But like in a combat situation against a creature, it would be the person with the highest die roll. Like if you're rolling a D6 and I'm rolling a D7, it would go to me. And vice versa. If you still get, I can't remember. We've got a whole thing about that in the Notion.
Okay. I was just curious.
We'll cross when we get there.
Ties go to the person with the higher die size. When both parties have the same die size, you do a roll off. In the rare
okay.
case that there's another tie, there's a standstill and nothing happens and the action moves on.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, so Jonathan, what do your other 2 characters want to do?
The dwarven herder is going to try to use some of the dwarven brawn that he has with a D6, and he's going to try to yank it off of the wall.
All right.
He rolls a 6.
You got it. You yank you pull the chains, like you yank it off the pole, and while your hands are still bound, you've got a length of chain that you can swing like a weapon now.
Say good like 4, 5 feet of chain.
No,
3
maybe
feet?
4, maybe
Two-
4.
2, 3 feet. Okay. And then so I've got one more. The Elven Navigator. He's gonna try and pull it as well. He has a D8.
Oh, a
In Brawn.
D8. 5. You got it.
Cool.
So
we got 2
your
out.
con man is still chained and working on the lock, but your other 2 are free. Do you want that third one to have a length of chain, or do you want his hands to be free?
I want his hands to be free. He's working on
Okay.
the lock to get his hands free.
All right. Tim.
All right. Riley has a D6. And he rolls a 1.
No, well done.
So did I.
All right. Yay. We get to roll again.
Yep.
5 this time.
I got a 4, so you break free.
All right. Yay. Riley is free. And then
Do you
Gerard,
want free hands or a length of chain? Like your hand's still bound, but you've got a length of chain.
he's going to want the length of chain.
Okay.
And so Gerard, with his D6 as well, rolls a 3.
I rolled a 3 as well.
Wow. And a 1.
I got a 5. So
All right,
he
so
is still
Gerard's
struggling.
And then the last one is Rupert, the cheesemaker, who's missing his stinky cheese. He has a D8.
A D8. Okay.
All that
Woo.
churning, he's pretty strong. And he rolled an 8.
And I rolled a 5. So yeah, he breaks free.
And yeah, he looks over at Riley, sees that he has the length of chain, and he's going to follow Riley's lead.
All right. Dan, you're 3 characters.
Let's start.
Do you
This
have
is
anyone
Bob.
with a profession that might be able to pick the lock? Or know the shackles well enough that they could make their... Or are you just going to use brawn
Well,
to
wait,
yank the...
Well, oh, that's a stretch, maybe. I don't know. Grawl is an outlaw. Would he have knowledge to maybe pick the lock?
I'd say yeah.
I don't think anyone else would.
Yeah, he might be able to. I mean, he's more than welcome to use brawn to yank the chain free, but if he wants to try and finesse the locks I would say outlaw would be a good occupation that would have that
We'll do
excuse.
that, but at the same time, that is a D6 roll.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll try it. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna go virtually here. Oh, that's lovely.
I rolled a 3.
Well,
So,
if-
you're still
hang on.
struggling with it.
If I may ask, how does Random Encounters Guild merchandise?
They still apply by all means.
Riddles reroll.
Even though we're not doing D20 rolls here.
Yeah, they'll still apply.
All right,
And I tell you what, it'll be I'm going to keep my 3.
Okay. Do we want to explain for anyone watching the stream?
Not really, because the store is shut down and no one can buy the merch anymore.
That's fair enough.
What we had a partnership with Dice Goblin Riddles. He made shirts and hats and dice boxes and all kinds of cool merch for us. And it's been our practice that you can show a piece of merch and get a free reroll. It's usually been just D20s, but it's going to be a long time before anybody sees a D20 in this game. Once you get to D20, you're practically God mode. So yeah, we'll just do this, and it'll be my call that the GM sticks with the role he has, and the player.
All right. So still a D6 roll for me. We'll see if
Yep.
this pans out or not. So much better.
So yeah, he's much like Jonathan's character. He's struggling with the chain and trying to get free. What do your other two want to do?
All right. So Zon's just going to try to break free. That's a D8.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens here. Yikes.
You got it.
Okay. And Bill, who has. Yeah, he really doesn't have the background to try to pick the lock or anything, so that'll be a D6 roll for him, but he'll try to also break free.
All right.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I
You're
rolled a
on
4.
fire.
So you got one guy free, and your other two are still struggling.
Well, it's a different character. Am I allowed another reroll? It's up to you. It's okay. I won't be.
Let him
upset
burn
if
them
you
all
say
now.
no.
I mean, yeah, if you want to burn, I don't remember how we handled that when we did funnels with DCC, but
I
if you
don't
want to
remember
burn one,
either.
go ahead.
But
I don't
if you wanna
remember what
set-
I rolled. I think it
What's
was
the- Well, it had been better than it. Yeah. If you want to
I
say.
think it was a 4.
He'll just die later.
Yeah. So there, I burnt
They're
that
really-
one.
They're really helping.
I
him.
don't remember exactly what I rolled, so I mean, you rolled a 1. Oh well.
I rolled a
Like,
one the
don't
first
forget
time,
these
3 of them
ones that you've rolled. You get to put a
Oh,
check
yeah.
on the whatever. What is it under brawn? That would be
You got melee or strong
roll.
arm.
Hang on. That was
it'd be
Stamina.
strong arm. You get to put a check on strong arm if you roll a 1. Now you've re-rolled this one, so you don't get to use this one.
Okay.
But I don't remember what I rolled, so I'm just going to re-roll mine as well.
Okay.
You got it. So that guy's free.
That's.
But
Bill.
this
Okay.
that second one, no, the first one. You rolled a 1 on that first one, so you get to put a check in strong arm. I don't think anybody else rolled a 1 or
I did. Gerard.
do what?
Gerard did.
Okay.
Yeah, a check on.
I got a pip
strong
for him.
arm. So then Bill and. Yeah, Bill. Hopefully I remember this right. Bill Balok's asleep. Bill and Zon are free from the chains.
Yep.
Growl
All right.
is
It
still-
is
okay.
the dragon's turn.
I don't like it.
You know what? Let me see.
Is Jonathan frozen or is he just really still?
I'm
there he
really
is.
still.
Nah, he
Yeah,
does that
okay.
a lot.
Kevin does that too when he's. I'm like, wait, is he? You know.
I'm intently listening. I'm scared of this dragon.
You need to move more. Where's your hat?
It's in the background.
Oh, I see it. Yes, along with that big honking freaky Lego head.
Yeah, it's full of Legos.
No. I learned. Whoa, where'd Tim go?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. I hear you. I can't see you. I learned a
Sounds
few
like
years
you
ago
problem.
the plural of Lego is Lego.
Yeah, but I'm not pretentious enough to say that out loud.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, but I'm like, apparently that's the case.
I have heard that before, though. I have.
Okay. Let me see if I can remember how to make this work.
It's like the singular of timpani is timpano or something like that.
What? Okay. Well, I'm a music education major, and I don't think I knew that. So,
But I don't tell my kids
Nerd.
move that timpano.
it's a kettle drum, or kettle drums, plural.
If he's having to read this much on the dragon, we're dead.
I'm not reading. I'm setting up a map.
Are
Matt,
you like me?
Oh,
Are you like me, Jonathan? You see people, they want to move the timpani, and they're like, they grab it by the edge of the rim, and you're like, no, 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 no.
drives me crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna. Yeah.
First thing I teach my 6th grade kids is how to pick up a timpani. It's not the first thing, but the first thing when I'm teaching them about timpani is how to move it.
Our biggest timpani, though, at Fayette Academy, we still had to. I hated it. We had to turn to get out the door. It was not pretty.
Bear with me just a second, everybody.
That's okay.
It is straight up been a minute since.
Jonathan, I'll just keep talking band stuff. Your junior high band, is that like 7th and 8th grade?
So I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and that's what's
Yep.
at my school for a middle
Yep.
school, and then I'm
But are the
on
6th
staff at
graders?
the high school.
But are the 6th graders separate from that band from the 7th and 8th grade?
So I came into an interesting situation where the band was not doing very well. So in 6th grade band, I have 70 6th graders. So I've got the numbers pumped back up. My 7th and 8th grade performs together, but just because the numbers are so low. In the future, so hopefully next year, I'll have a 6th grade band, a 7th grade band, and an 8th grade band.
Cool. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Tim,
yes.
your nephew's pretty smart.
I was just bragging on him earlier and how he is a great product of his mother.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait, he's your brother's son? How is that? Okay. I'm sorry. That's so bad. I'm sorry, John.
The Gauntney
so
runs
bad.
strong in him.
Listen, the Gotney is strong.
I mean, there's a healthy dose of Henderson in there, but the Gauntney is strong.
No, no, he's a Henderson. I've never noticed.
All right. So here we go. Let's see how this plays out.
Ooh, a map.
Whoa,
Oh,
huzzah! What in the
there's even
world am I
line of
looking at?
sight.
There is line of sight. How do I move? Okay, that's how I move.
Wait, where am
Cool.
I? Hang on.
You're right
Yeah.
there in the middle. Oh no, Dan and Jonathan, your characters are down at the aft. Tim's characters are there in the center.
Oh yeah, because this is a ship.
Watch this. Watch this, everybody. You ready?
No.
I'm not ready.
Ooh.
Ah,
I can
Oh.
ping. I can ping.
John, there I am. So can I?
Um.
Whoa! What just happened? Okay.
Okay.
You just got
So
boxed.
it is.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could move my token, but
Why am I the closest to the little dragon beast?
Can everybody move their token?
no.
I haven't tried yet. Let's see.
I will try again.
Are they unlocked?
I cannot.
Okay.
I can measure.
Try it now.
Oh, yes.
I can move. Ooh, line of sight. Oh, yeah.
No. That's weird.
And that post really blocks the view.
Okay.
Is this
so,
like when we're kids? If I can't see them, they can't see me.
what happened? What in the world did I do?
Something you did not mean to.
Yeah, I just like the map disappeared. There we go. I don't know what I did, but I closed the whole map out. Okay, so this first guy, small black dragon number 1,
There's more than one?
I don't. Can anyone else see the map? I still don't see the map.
Yes.
Yes.
Huh. Oh, I see it now. There. Okay. Okay.
He is going to run up to Tim's character, just one of them at random. You can. I'll let you pick which one.
I'm gonna roll a D3. It's Riley.
All right. He is going to attempt to bite Riley.
And Riley has the least amount of hit points of all my dudes.
So
Not very nice of a dragon.
what happens here is I'm going to roll my my brawn attack
Right.
roll. What you will roll, just to make sure I've got it right. Oh, you will roll a brisk.
Ooh, good.
So whatever you have in brisk, you will roll that, and if whoever rolls the higher still wins.
That's his jam.
So you ready?
Nope, but yes.
All right, here we go.
That was specific.
Got a 5.
He got a 4. So he runs over and tries to bite at you, and you just kind of smack him and get out of the way. Number 2. Just so I... What is their speed in the actual thing?
75 feet of movement.
And these are 42-foot squares, right?
That one's going to run up to there, but that was a double move, so he has to. That's the end of it. Oh, I moved number 3 instead of number 2. Put number 3 back. He's going to get to there. So number 3 will... He's going to get to right there. Again, a double move. Number 4 is... Going to get to right there. So now we're all in the same general vicinity, and we are back to Jonathan.
Ooh, it was the little ding in my ear. I've missed that. All right. Let's see. Lemuel. He is a dwarven herder, and he's got some chains around him. He is going to attack the small black dragon with the chains. He's going to take it like his hands and try and just hit him with it. Best he can.
All right. So that will be your brawn roll.
Brawn. So it's a d6.
And I need to make up what his backbone will be. Or his brisk, I guess. I'm going to go with this. That's a natural 1 on the D6. So you hit.
Yes.
With that chain, I'm going to say that will be I'll say it'll be 4 points of damage. And his backbone, I'm gonna give him a D5 for his backbone. All right. And that is number 4.
Correct.
1, 2. Okay.
All right. What about your other 2 characters?
All right.
I know
Donkey.
one was still chained.
One is still chained. Donkey also has the chains around them. I haven't decided if these are males or females yet. Donkey might be a female. Donkey is going to go and also do the same thing. So their brawn is a D8. So I'm gonna roll a D8. Got a 6.
That's not bad.
I got a 6 as well, but you've got a D8 and I rolled a D6, so you win.
All right.
And I guess I'll give him his backbone roll. He soaks 1 point of damage, and the small black dragon number 4 is dispatched.
Nice.
Dispatched. He is an ex-black dragon.
He is an ex small black dragon.
I've got one more guy. He is still chained, but he is trying to get his hands free and not just.
Is he still going to pick the lock, or is he?
He's going to try and talk his way out of it.
Try to yank the chain.
He's still going to try and
he's
still going to try and pick the lock.
Yeah.
All right, and what was that die?
That was for brisk. Was that what we did?
Yep.
That would be a D6.
All right.
Nice.
I got a 1. So, and that was a 6 for you. So, Mark, what are the 3 under brisk?
Ranged, finesse, mobility.
Finesse. Put a check on finesse.
How can I do that in Excel?
You're just using it in Excel?
Yeah, I just put an X.
I
put an X on it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got you. Cool.
All right. So that makes it Tim's turn. You've got Black Dragon number 1 right there in front of you. He just came up and attacked one of your guys. And number 2 is also right here close by. And number 3 is right behind you.
All right. Well, Riley, being up first, is going to attack the dragon with the chain that he has.
Okay.
So there's his D6. And he got a 6. Woo-hoo. Oh, do I get a pip?
Yep.
Nice.
And I rolled a 1, so that is a hit.
he gets a
So
pip too.
I will roll his background. That will be in your melee attack, is what you would put that mark on.
Gotcha.
He only soaked 1 point of damage, and that was on number 1. So he takes 3 points of damage. All right, next.
All right, the next is Gerard. He is still stuck, and so he's going to try and yank on the chains again.
Is it D6 or D8?
D6.
All right.
And he got a 5 this time.
I got a 3. He breaks the chain.
Yay! And he wants to, seeing the other 2 with their chains and the effectiveness of Riley with the chain, he's going to keep the chain.
All right. Works for me.
And then there is Rupert with a chain, and his is a D8. And he is going to he's going to swing over here at I guess maybe kind of straddle between the 2. I don't know. at the number 3.
Okay. Now I will say number 1 looks really badly, like he's really bad. Like
All right,
on
yeah,
the-
we'll go ahead and do that. We'll just swing them all on 1.
Okay.
And he got his is a D8, and he got an 8. Ooh, another pip. thought I'd
Yeah,
get
I
on my
rolled a
pick from
1, so that
ones.
is a hit. No matter what I roll, he goes down.
Nice. And Rupert and Riley quickly do a high five. Celebratory high five.
All right, so that brings us to Dan. You got this one guy that's running straight up towards you.
Number 2.
Yep. And
Yep.
then you see Tim's characters going at it with a couple on either side of him. But yeah, number 2 is coming towards you and like at a run.
All right.
Who
So Zahn and Bill are free. I'm unclear though. When I pulled away, did I get any chains or no?
Yeah. It's
All
up
right.
to you. You can either have your hands free or you can still have your hands together but have a length of chain to swing.
I'm thinking with both, have a length of chain to swing. We'll start
All
with
right.
Zahn, which is a D8
Okay?
for Braun, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. This is where, yes, I will cash in. Hang on. I got something around here somewhere. Here we go. Dice box.
All right.
Reroll. What I say? D8. Yep.
You use up all these rerolls, you're not getting a pip. We both rolled a 2, but you're rolling a D8, so
Yes.
you get the you get it because I
Okay.
was rolling a D6.
All right.
So you're
Not
doing
rolling.
4 points of damage. Let me roll my
Okay.
backbone and see what I soak. That is on number 2.
Let me set all this aside. Shirt. Dice box. Okay.
All right, so
please don't
that's one
put
of
your
your
shirt
characters. What's next?
No, Bill, sorry, would be D6 brawn roll, so we're gonna try that. I hate my life.
Take the
I'm
pip,
not-
dude.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'll mark that. I'm not gonna re-roll that.
Yeah, I rolled a 4, so that's a miss. So your third guy
Wait.
was still bound to the pole. So do you want to try and break
Yeah.
him free?
Hang on. But real quick, the pit goes in what?
Melee
For the
attack.
brawn? Melee. Okay, that's what. Yeah. Yeah, that would be Grawl. He will. Okay, so earlier he tried, because he was an outlaw, he tried to pick a lot. This
Yeah,
time
that
he-
was brisk.
Yeah, he's just going to try to pull away with brawn because he's got a D8 in that.
Okay.
Ah,
I rolled a 5, so yeah, he breaks the chain free and has a length of chain.
okay.
I suppose you want the length of chain, not the free hands.
I think so at this point. Yeah, just have some kind of weapon in hand.
Alrighty, that makes it the dragon's turn.
I assume our fourth characters just remain asleep.
Yeah,
all
they
this-
they haven't woken up yet.
Okay.
All right, so number 2 here is going to attempt to bite one of Dan's characters. You can either decide who it is or roll a D3 and let that decide.
Roll a D. Oh, for the 3. Sure. How do I roll a D3? At least in fantasy grounds. Minus 1D.
Negative 1D and roll a
And
D4.
then- Yeah. So that would be Zahn.
All right, here we go. You're going to roll your brisk.
My brisk. which would be a D6. Okay. Oh, I'm doing so well in this game.
Yep, I rolled a 5, so that is a hit.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
What is his?
It's DCC. You got to lose somebody.
That's true. You're not wrong. Hit points. Hit points are 7.
Give me a backbone roll. Whatever you have in backbone, give me.
Backbone. That's a D6. No.
Give me a D6. All right, so you take 2 points of damage.
All right. So yeah, puts me at 5. Wait, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. Counting past 4 is hard.
Number 3 is going to
Jonathan
run
is.
over to Tim's characters. And same thing again. He's going to try to bite. You can decide which one is taking the hit.
He's going at Rupert this time. I rolled a 3.
Rupert.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, yeah, I got to roll. Right?
Yeah, backbone.
What am I rolling? Backbone. D6. What am I doing? Sorry. I got a 4, so yeah.
You don't take any damage.
Oh, yay.
And it kind of grabs
right,
your
soaked
like
up,
it
yeah.
grabs your pants or something and just kind of tugs at you.
The
But doesn't actually grab any meat.
the remnants of the stinky cheese he had carried overpowers the smell of the rotting flesh.
That brings us back around to Jonathan for round number 3.
Small black dragon 4 is dead.
Yes.
Let me make this combat tracker bigger. I can see. All right, they are dying. 3 and 2 are good, or at least still alive. All right. Oh, that was so sad.
I forgot that they made
Yeah.
it to where it did the blood splatter when you killed something. I would have done that a long time ago if I'd remembered that. So yeah.
All right.
So
we're gonna,
yeah, there's 2 left. One's attacking Dan and one is attacking Tim.
we're gonna go.
Help! Help me!
We're gonna go right here to the one attacking Tim, since it seems to have the most hit points. And
I see how it is.
yeah, Chacon has no weapons. I'm assuming, because he has his hands free and does not have any chain.
Yeah, unless he
phone is
wants
his
to
weapon.
try and like now that he's free, he can try to yank the chain off the pole and bring a chain with him, but that would be his turn.
Oh.
No, he's gonna punch it. He's gonna punch the dragon right in the face.
All right.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be another melee attack roll. So yeah.
Nice.
They don't call him a
put a
confidence
pip in,
artist for nothing.
Put a mark your melee attack. Kevin, we may only need to mark the pips on 1s instead of 6s. Instead of doing both, we may need to just do one or the other.
Is Kevin watching?
He was earlier. I don't know if he's still in chat now.
Okay.
We still got to get 7 pips to be able to level up.
I
So
mean, it'll take a while.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is the problem is there's a finite. The chain ends at the D30.
Yeah.
Once you get up to the D30, there's no place else to go. So we got to keep it to where it's not. We don't need you jumping back and forth. Now, don't forget, you can burn a check mark for to go up 2 die sizes for 1 roll if you need to.
see, that
don't
evens
forget
it
that.
out.
I think that will. If that's utilized, I think it will.
You said you got me excited, Scott. You said the chain ends at D30. Is that where chain theory? Is that where it comes from? Is that?
Yes, the dice chain. That's the whole.
Okay.
Yeah, the dice chain is why we named it
That's actually a really cool name.
that. All right, Jonathan. What is you?
Chacon punches the dragon.
Okay, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that is just because I'm nice. I'm gonna give you 2 points of damage with a unarmed strike,
I like it.
but I'm rolling a D5 for my backbone. So
That's fair.
I rolled a 3. So yeah, you connect and you hit it, but it doesn't look like he all you did is piss him off.
But man, he felt so cool doing it. He wishes the girls back home would have seen
What
him.
about your other 2?
Let's see. The other 2 do have weapons, so they're going to swing their chains at the now mad small black dragon. So Dwarven Herder Lemuel will give a strike. This is a D6. It's a 5.
Oh,
I got a 2, so that's a hit.
Alright.
So I will roll its backbone. That was on number 3.
Correct.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, and then the same thing. Old Don Key will do the same thing.
Whoa.
I got a 6 that time.
Oh, that's
Oh.
sad.
So that's a miss. Tim.
All right. Riley is going to swing his chain at the now injured Black Dragon 3. D6. He gets a 5.
I got a 3, so that's a hit.
Nice.
Roll my backbone. Okay, it takes another. All right, your next 2.
All right. Gerard, now free with a chain, is going to take a swing at number 3. He gets a 4.
I got a 3, so that's a hit. Let me roll my
Nice.
backbone. You hit it, but it doesn't appear to take any damage.
It's his first time swinging a chain, so he's just happy it hit. And the last one is Rupert. Smelling of stinky cheese, he rolls a. Oh wait, no, that's a D8, not a D6. Sorry. Let me re-roll. Crack die on an 8. That's a 2.
I rolled a 2 as well, but you rolled a D8.
Correct.
All right, yeah, I'm rolling a D7, so you win. That's a hit, and it soaks. Okay, so
Yeah.
it goes down, and that brings us to Dan.
Oh,
Huzzah.
and Gerard and Riley high five again.
So wait, 3 or all? Not all. 3. My guys are free with chains. So we'll say right here 2, right? 2, yeah. We'll have Zon go. Braun, that's a D8. That's better.
I
than
rolled a 4,
anything.
so
Okay.
all right, it's soaked that. All right, your next one.
Bill is free. It's not as good, but D6 for Braun. He's got chains in hand. We'll see what happens. It could be worse.
I rolled a 3, so that's a hit. Let me roll
Okay.
my. And here again, you swing, and it seems to kind of bounce off of its scales, like
Oh.
it's this. You hit it, but it doesn't seem to do any damage.
Did
And
Zon
you-
do any damage?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, wait. So wait. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what this means. So Grawl is free now.
Yep, and he
His-
can attack.
And his bronze is D8, so we'll see how
Yep.
he does. Here we go. Oh, lovely.
I rolled a 2, so that's a hit, and he only has 1 hit point left, so he goes down.
Well, cool.
And the group of you are standing there over these bodies of these odd these weird creatures that now that you're seeing them, they don't necessarily look like dragons so much. It's not something you've ever seen. It's not what you would think is a dragon. You're smelling this real earthy smell, though, and you see a crate appear to the on the starboard side of the boat with 2 crew members on it. They are both wearing these masks, like the old plague doctor mask, like with the
Oh
beak.
no!
They're both wearing these masks, and they're dead. And it looks like they've been disemboweled. Like it looks like they were doing something with this crate, and something attacked them and like just gutted them. And as you look around, there's some of the people, some of the other passengers, some of them are asleep, but some of them have been disemboweled just like these 2 guys. Not all of them, but some of them. But yeah, these 2 appear to be like actual crew members. And they were in the middle of doing something, and looks like they got jumped. With that being said, now's a good time to take a quick break. I didn't want to stop in the middle of the combat, but it's like 20 till 10. So let's take a quick break. And we may not take the whole 5. There'll be a 5-minute counter, but we may not take the whole 5. We'll just take a quick break, use the bathroom, get a drink, and come straight back. But because we are going to wrap this up here soon, but there's some story stuff we can get to while we're down here. So everybody take a quick break, and we will be right back in just a few minutes. Let me get a little bit of playing, and we will be right back. All right,
Then
we're
we'll
back.
take it.
Thank you for sticking around with us. So that was the first real combat. The first playtest we ran of this, I did Mothership, and while it's a fantastic game and a fantastic module that I ran, it's fantastic in Mothership.
no.
It didn't fit this very well because it was all investigation checks and awareness rolls. There wasn't any combat. There wasn't any, it was literally all investigation rolls. So that was literally the first combat that we've run in this. It will run smoother when everyone's playing one character instead of three. Once I've got all 5 of you here, having 3 characters each would probably be a mistake. I should have gone with 2.
Well, we could always keep the others as backups.
Yeah, we may retcon that in 2 weeks, and everybody have 2 characters instead of 3 because it'll bog things down. Okay, so you're looking around this hold. There is a ladder going up. You would imagine it's going up to the main deck. You see sunlight coming down from the hatch. There is a hatch that is closed above you in the roof, and there's a hatch on the floor going down to the deck below you. There are these 2 crew members on top of this crate. I'm sorry. What do you want to do?
I said we check out the crate for starters.
Well, while they're checking out the crate, Riley and Gerard want to go up and just peek at the top of the ladder.
Can we very delicately move these guys off this crate and open it?
You can certainly try. Tim, are you going to try to do this stealthily, or are you just climbing up?
Yeah, the would that be mobility, finesse?
Climbing a ladder would be mobility.
All right, yeah. Riley is going to try and be stealthy. Careful. He has a D8.
Okay.
And he rolls a 5.
I rolled a 1.
So yeah, and he just wants to get up to the top and just barely peek his head over, and he's a hunter. He's used to stalking, and he wants to just kind of see what's above.
It is the main deck of the ship. It's where you all sat and had your meal either yesterday or 2 days ago. You're not sure when that happened, but it's the main deck. But you don't see anybody on the deck.
Wait.
Alrighty.
He doesn't see anyone at all anywhere?
Did I stutter, Dan?
No, but I'm just verifying. I'm like, wait, what?
Alrighty.
All right. So Dan's characters want to play around with the dead bodies.
I kind of like to very delicately kind of move them off.
They're
open the
crew
crate.
members, and we've been chained up. Don't be delicate.
Don't be well, okay.
Do you want to inspect them at all, or are you just grabbing them and pulling them off?
I'll stick with my original instinct, which is just to move them off and open the crate.
All right, so you grab them, and like I said, they're wearing those plague doctor masks. And I will say that earthy, that weird earthy smell you've been smelling, it's more concentrated here, like it's coming from this crate.
From the crate, not necessarily from the beings. Okay.
You pull them off. Jonathan, give me a what is it under brains? Is there a
Arcane, study, or charm?
give me a study roll? Which I mean, yeah, you don't have anything in it. What do you have under your brains?
Chacon, the con artist, has a D8.
All right. So give me a study roll.
How about a 7?
All right. So Dan's characters just come up and like grab the back of these guys, and like I said, their guts and their backs have been ripped open, and it looks like stuff was just yanked out of them. But he grabs them and just kind of callously just tosses them off the top of this crate. You notice that the first thing you notice is there's a rattle. Something in these masks is rattling around. The second thing you notice is each of them has a short sword hanging off its belt. And Dan, you want to open this crate?
Do I notice these short swords?
Nope.
No.
I asked you if you wanted to inspect the sailors. You said no.
Unless Jonathan wants his characters want to alert me to these short swords.
He's a con artist. What do you think?
Oh no, it wouldn't matter. No, he's awake. Okay. Yeah, why not? Let's open the crate. Well, at least hang on. Can I pick a character that's going to open the crate?
Yeah.
This is the one he doesn't like.
Jonathan,
Baylock.
you see his character going to open the crate. Is there anything you would like to do before this happens?
Baylock,
before he opens it, I do want to get the 2 short swords.
The turnip farmer is going for the crate.
Not the turnip farmer. I was attached.
He's used to earthy smells.
That's true. Chacon is proficient in daggers, so he was going to try and take a short sword, hoping that those skills translate. And Donkey.
That's not a thing in this game. Like,
okay,
it's just a weapon.
Cool. Donkey will also take a short sword.
That's it.
Yeah, we'll check on the inside.
The turnip farmer goes to open the crate. Dan, what are your other 2 characters doing? Where are they? What are they doing?
I'm thinking they're kind of looking the situation over. They may even be looking at Jonathan's characters taking weapons off, wondering maybe we should be, doing that or evaluating this situation a little more carefully. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that Baylock, he's just going for it. He's going to open up the crate. The other 2 guys, they're like, wait, maybe we need to stop and think about this.
He pulls open the top of the crate, and there's what he sees inside is soil, manure, and mushrooms. And suddenly, all of you, the entire, well, maybe not Tim's characters up at the ladder because they're getting fresh air from the ladder, but this pungent smell just fills the space. And you start like immediately, it doesn't just knock you out, but you start feeling like you can't keep your eyes open, like it's knocking you out. Everyone except the turnip farmer.
Wait, everyone except for
Baylock.
The one that opened it?
The one that opened it, because he's a farmer who's used to soil and manure and mushrooms.
Well, that seems fair.
But something in this box is causing you almost think that's why everybody in this compartment is asleep and why you were asleep. And maybe the reason you're awake is these two guys were closing the lid to wake everybody up.
Well, if it's not affecting Baylock, can he investigate? Can he start digging into it and figure out what's in here?
He can. What would everyone else like to do?
I would
Because
like
this
to.
smell is hitting them and like it's knocking you out. So what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm thinking even my other characters would back away and maybe even move toward what they perceive as fresh air.
Yeah, I would like to roll like mobility or
You don't have
stamina
to-
or something.
You don't have to.
But-
If you want to stay there, it would be stamina. But
Okay.
if you just want to get away, you can head over here to the ladder where the fresh air is, and
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. It's just a matter of if you're going to stay there close to it, then we got to start doing some rolls. But otherwise, it's just a matter of if you want to move away or not.
So one of my characters is going to stay, and they're going to go and look into the masks.
Okay. You yank one of the masks off of one of the dead sailors, and it is filled with coffee beans. Like the beak
Yeah.
coming down is stuffed full of coffee beans.
I'm going to put it on.
Okay.
The mask of the coffee.
The stench, the effect of wanting to go to sleep, it goes away.
Whoa.
Can I get the other one?
Yeah.
I'm going to toss it over to Dan's crew.
Well, hang on. Does my guy Baylock, the turnip farmer, does he even need it? Because he seems unfazed.
Yeah,
right?
he doesn't seem to be feeling this effect.
Okay. You could toss it over to Bill, maybe.
Yeah, I'll toss it to your party for y'all
Yeah.
to.
Well, there's only one other
have.
mask, right?
Yeah, there's only 2 masks.
Yeah. So Bill, okay, so we'll say that Bill's got the other one. We're saying Zon's going to make a run for the ladder going upwards where there's more fresh air. But yeah, Bill will grab it, and especially if you're putting Jonathan, one of your characters putting it on, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Chacon
Bill
has it on.
Bill will put that one on as well after seeing you do that. And yeah, Baylock will just keep doing what he's doing.
So you're wanting to just dig in and start rooting around?
Well,
Chacon,
Baylock is the turnip farmer is yes. He's just going to, with reckless abandon,
He's homesick.
Is it? Yeah. Well, is it because is it just? It looks like dirt and such in there. You said
And-
dirt, mushrooms.
Oil,
Manure.
manure, and mushrooms.
Yeah. That doesn't faze
Jonathan,
him.
which one of your characters is the dwarf? Is he-
that would be Lemuel. No, Lemuel has run away to go and be
Okay.
at the stairs.
Dan, your turnip farmer digs around. He spends a couple of minutes digging around in this manure and mushrooms, and he finds a small bag with 10 gold pieces in it.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's just now how that got there, who knows? But this seems to be what is causing everyone to stay asleep. Do you want to leave it open, or do you want to close it again, and so that the other passengers will start waking up?
I look at Jonathan. Who's your nearest character?
Chacon is the one over there.
Chacon. I look at Chacon. I'm like, what should we do, man? Should we close this up, or what should we do?
Chacon's going to take stock of everyone. So you said that there are some that are chained up that are like disemboweled or dead, right?
Yes. There are several that are just everybody is chained. There are several that are just asleep, and there are several that are just completely that are dead and ripped apart.
I'm thinking Baylock looks at Chacon and I'm like, shipwide mutiny? What should we do here?
Rupert yawns. He didn't walk over to the ladder.
Did the dragon seem affected by this smell? Or did he notice
No,
that at all?
the crate was closed when they came in.
I say leave it open, let him sleep, and then we'll use the mask and come back and close it whenever we want him to wake up. No need to bring more people into a nightmare than we need to.
Balok's like, okay. Do you even like turnips?
And then Chacon is going to walk over to the stairs, ready to check out the rest of the ship.
And Riley is ready to head upstairs, having looked around, seen nothing. He goes upstairs, and Gerard is right behind him. And Rupert begins making his way, seeing Jonathan's characters, the animal crew,
right.
the animal farm, heading that way.
Far.
So you close the crate. Who has the second mask?
Bill.
Okay.
Yep.
Make note of that on your sheet.
Okay.
You guys make your way up the ladder. You stand on the main deck of the ship. The ocean stretches in all directions around you, unblemished by land or other ships beneath an eerie red sky.
Is it night or morning?
Is it morning or
Despite loose sails, the ship moves smoothly along the water under a fair wind. High on the mainmast above, you see the ship's unmanned crow's nest. The two-handed lever of the ship's bilge pump is affixed near the port side of the ship. The ship's animal livestock is on this deck, but many of the cages have jostled open. Chickens, pigs, and a few goats wander the deck aimlessly, happily clucking and bleating. As they roam, you notice a trail of slimy mucus clings to their feet and hooves.
Ew.
3 sailors with swords near their bodies lie dead on the deck. Based on their pallor and lividity, you'd guess they'd been dead at least 24 hours. There are 4 doors leading into cabins and separate ladders leading up to the, I don't know how to pronounce this, fossil, and poop deck.
Foresail.
For
Foresail.
sale.
There's no R in it though.
Oh, that's not. Oh.
Another ladder leads down
The
to the
pirates at
deck
the bottom.
from which you awakened, and a second, narrower ladder descends deeper into the ship. Sail rigging can be climbed to the crow's nest above. And that's where we're going to end it for the night.
Okay. Is our 4th character still asleep?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where we're going to shut it down for the night. You guys have climbed up onto the deck. And 2 weeks from tonight, we will pick up right here, and we'll have Jeff and Kevin's characters climb up. And like I said, we may retcon the 3 characters. Everybody may have 2. That way we don't get bogged down in combat too much. However, I would like to know, what did you think of that combat? Did you like the way the mechanic of it working, like the opposed roles?
I think so. The only
yeah.
question mark I have is when it comes to damage, how damage is applied.
It is a weapon has a set number of damage.
Okay.
Which I was just kind of making up on the spot. But
Okay.
like I was counting those chains as doing 4 points of damage. When you take damage, you roll your backbone roll. And if whatever you roll, you soak that damage. You don't take it. So if you're taking 4 points of damage and you roll a 5, you don't take any damage.
Okay.
If you're
But I like
taking
the-
4 points of damage and you roll a 2, you take 2 points of damage.
But I like the rolls. Your roll against my roll, opposed, right?
Yeah.
And just, yeah.
And I'll just say this on the pips. I ended up with 1 pip per character, so it's not like we're getting a whole lot of them. Per character, I only got 1 for each.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
I
had
got
2 total.
That was just something. I think we had originally just talked about it just being for max
I got
rolls,
1
and then
for
we
1.
decided to the spirit of Dragonbane. We decided to throw 1s in there as well, 1s and maxes. But that was always my concern, was that would be too much. That would be overkill. But we will find out. The whole point of this is to go further into it and really, really stretch it and see what we can get. And I think that will happen faster once we get. We probably shouldn't have done a funnel. We probably should have just gone to level 1 and started there. But I wanted to do a funnel.
it gives some tweaking that we can do, and I really like the idea of being able to burn your pips.
Yeah, that was a like I said, we were
I like
having a
that.
brainstorming, like we were on chat and having a meeting about it and throwing ideas back and forth, and like it just clicked in my head. I was like, oh, you can sacrifice a pip for bump up a die two sizes for 1 roll, but you're taking that away
You're
from
delaying the level
yourself.
up.
It's I like that. It's kind of like the devil's bargain in Blades in the Dark.
Well, and
that's
also
what we've kind of been doing with this is taking our favorite bits out of DCC, and taking our favorite bit out of Blades in the Dark, and taking our favorite bit out of Pathfinder, and taking our favorite bit out of Alien and Blade Runner, and like we're just kind of taking little things from all these influences that we've been playing all this time and mashing them together.
Well, sort of like the gunslinger's grit, you're kind of risking it, but like if you burn a pip and then you roll a 1 or a high, you could get that pip back. It's a gamble, but you might not lose it.
Yeah,
if you play it
it's
that way.
there's we just need to test it. Like it just needs to be stretched. And if anybody's going to stretch it, it's these
Goons.
these people I'm involved with. Yeah, it's not stealing as long as you don't admit it on a recorded medium. Thanks, Kev. We're not stealing from these other people. We're just we're influenced by.
Just inspiration.
So yeah, that was the beginnings of our Chain Theory run. First combat, the beginning of our funnel. The plan is once we get through this funnel, we will go to a level 1 adventure, and everyone will just have 1 character at that point. But you will have full Chain Theory stats. So 1 skill will be a D10, 1 skill will be a D8, 1 skill will be a D6. And you will get to decide what that is. You get to put that wherever you want in your character. But thank you for joining us, everyone that has been around. I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention to chat. Apparently, Kevin's been talking a bunch of trash in chat. But thank you for hanging out with us, and we will be back in 2 weeks with more of Chain Theory. Next week, it's kind of up in the air what we're going to do. Kevin was looking at running Fallout, but he hasn't let me know if that's going to happen or not. If not, I may run the NASA Lost Universe game that I'm really excited to see in play, or I may run Fallout myself. We just need to decide. We haven't decided what we're going to do next week yet, but we will have something Sunday night. We always have something going on Sunday night. We still have our Expanse game going. We've got to wrap that up at some point. Where again, scheduling conflicts have kept that at bay, but that will be wrapping up soon. And so yeah, we hope to see you. And I will probably be playing some video games or something as the week goes through. I just haven't had a chance to do it this week, the last couple of weeks actually. But yeah, we'll see you Sunday night for whatever we come up with, and we'll see you in 2 weeks from tonight for more Chain Theory. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
everybody.
See you. Thanks for hanging out.